It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Suns out in Phoenix. And guys, for the Suns, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. Hold on to your seats, folks. Should be a wild ride. Whoa! 2 athletic clubs facing off. Kenny, how do you expect this one to go down?
Ooh, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, and great showmanship.
Should be exciting for the players and the fans. The team that takes care of the basketball will have the edge.
Woo! Okay, time for tip-off. We send it over to...
What are you riding, a horse, Ernie?
Woo! Kevin Harlan.
It's not a roller coaster, is it?
That's a great look at our location tonight, the home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Last outing for Phoenix, the loss to the Golden State Warriors. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
Yep, they sure did. Seemed like they had them completely figured out, hammered them with their aggressive defense throughout the game.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Lonzo Ball knew the Lakers needed a leader, and he thought he could fill that hole. He said a lot of it is natural. I think you're either born a leader or you're not. Now, the Ball family does not shy away from controversy, and it didn't last season either. So none of us know exactly where this is all going to end up. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And early in the season, many coaches, Clark, still experimenting with rotations. Who plays when and where, and how long has it been in your experience to have that established on a team?
Well, it varies from team to team. There are a number of factors. One, the coach, has he been there a while? Does he have an established style of play and system? 2, what's your roster like? How healthy are you? What's the mix and makeup of your team? So it could vary, but typically you'd like to have it not prolong itself into the regular season. You hope that a few weeks of training camp, and then by the time you get a month of the season under your belt, that you're pretty anchored into who you are and how you're going to try to play.
Good outline. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The 4 and 5 are the athletic duo of LeBron and McGee. Ball is the point with KCP at his side. And it's Stevenson in at the small forward. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ball game. Kicks it to Booker. A beautiful reverse layup.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to San Antonio. Baseline J on the way. A nice shot by LeBron. James has got 5 points so far.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Impressive at using the pick and roll. Ayton slips well to the basket after setting that screen.
And here are the Lakers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they were too physical and a little bit out of position. They were rough out there, but ultimately the physicality led to fouls, and that hurt them.
Here's Booker. Following the basket by Lance Stevenson. Anderson kicks to Booker. Warren against Stevenson. Back to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Anderson for 3. Good D by James. Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. And Phoenix has possession after the basket by Los Angeles. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Well, the big story in the offseason was LeBron's free agency. You knew that there would be a ton of rumors flying around about where he might end up. Honestly, I'm sure he's glad it's over with and can once again focus on the court.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And for LeBron, it's really about the media circus, Greg, that surrounds him when he's a free agent.
And boy, it's hard because his free agency is the story in the NBA. Honestly, maybe the story in sports. The decision he made with this team completely shaped and shifted the outlook of the entire league. All other free agents and teams were just waiting to see what he'd do before the dominoes start to fall.
The Lakers in the lead. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And no good as it rattles out.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
It's tipped.
Caldwell Pope showing us excellent timing there.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
Kevin and Greg, I'm telling you, that is he's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Inside. Here's Ayton. Almost, but it rolls out.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Great players like LeBron draw so much attention defensively. Really opens up the passing lanes for him.
Here's Booker. Following the bucket by the Lakers. And the dunk by Booker.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Phoenix. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
James, no good on the free throw. Well, LeBron making one of the biggest splashes over the summer, signing with the Lakers, and Greg, it happened pretty fast.
And the Lakers front office had been recruiting LeBron hard. LeBron talked with Kobe about his time with the organization and what to expect before making his decision. Kobe's words seem to be a big factor for LeBron. Once again, the Mamba doing everything he can to help the Lakers. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Look at Milwaukee. They're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
Well, right now for the Suns, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
And here's Booker from the arc. Cans it from downtown. Booker's got 8.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
James kicks to Stevenson. McGee a screen. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
and the leadership James brings to this team is incredibly valuable. When things get tight, they look to the king to provide for them.
The first one falls.
You know, we're over a year now into the Magic era of the Lakers front office, and Magic showed no hesitation shaking things up with trades, and I think he also did a solid job in the draft as well.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the Suns. And good on the second, so he makes them both. In this Lakers front office, I think almost every fan, Clark, would be pleased with the job they've done.
I agree. I mean, they didn't have a ton to work with and made the right moves. I mean, yeah, there were a couple of bumps along the way, but still ended up landing some outstanding free agents.
Here's Caldwell Pope, rejected by Booker. Stevenson against Warren. Holmes passes to Ayton. Ball with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 7. The pass to McGee. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Back to McGee. Got a piece of it. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Ayton, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having 2 young players that complement each other so well is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
He misses the free throw. Well, this is something that Kobe has said in the past with the Lakers organization. It is championship or bust.
Well, I think you need that type of culture and mentality to have a chance to win championships. I believe the Lakers have done a good job of maintaining that mentality throughout the years. Well, we know Luke Walton comes from the Warriors coaching system, was an assistant there prior to taking this Lakers position, and known for his sharpness as an offensive coach.
Okobo, he's covered by Ball. 17-foot shot on the way. Misses off the right iron. Caldwell Pope kicks to Stevenson. Pass the ball. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And with the Lakers wanting to play more up-tempo, it makes sense to have Walton guide the ship.
Yeah, I agree with you because he's knowledgeable, played on some really good teams, championship caliber teams. I think as he grows as a coach and as this team grows together, they could be quite a group.
Here's Holmes following the basket by Lonzo Ball. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Lonzo Ball. Now, here's Warren. In the loss to the Warriors the other night, definitely not himself.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Here's Caldwell Pope. His last outing, he had 18 points. And James gets it to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's Holmes, trailing by 10. Outside Warren. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. So for the Suns, Jackson, he's checked in for Ayton. Reza comes in for Warren. And Daniels subbed in for Booker. Timeout called, the Suns. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass, and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So no, the evolution with the four-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now, here's Holmes. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ariza. Hits the front of the rim and out. Lakers leading by 12. Floats one, and Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. LeBron James second. Rajon Rondo fourth.
And really two terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And no doubt that the steal of the 2017 draft was Kyle Kuzma, taken 27th overall.
Hey, people get all hung up about where guys are drafted and how they end up playing either below or above their draft position. Hey, this thing is more art than science. We've seen it for decades. Guys fall, guys rise, and then production isn't commensurate with where they were drafted. Hey, more art than science. And Kuzma is a big-time baller. He just happened to be drafted later than he should have been.
Suns trail by 13. Melton passes to Ariza. Here's Melton. Back to Ariza. Good ball movement here by the Suns. On the wing, Daniels. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. No good with the triple.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
To the middle, picked off in midair. And here we go, Rondo heading to the hoop. Yep, that one goes. And the Lakers lead by 18. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition. And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. Suns trail by 18. Outside Jackson. Count that bucket. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Boy, he's already got a nice interior game, Kevin, but Jackson, I think, is only going to get better and better.
Out to the right wing. .158 left in the first quarter. Outside Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Takes it from 10. Again, Los Angeles.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Now, here's Ariza. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Warriors in Oakland. Nice job coming off that screen. Daniels has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Rondo kicks to Zubac. Kuzma sets a screen. Back to Rondo. They set the pick. To the inside.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
Suns trail by 17. Here's Melton. Ariza outside. He dishes it to Jackson. Ariza passes to Daniels. And here is Holmes. Back to Daniels. Offline with his three. Pass to Kuzma. It's hauled in by the Suns. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Jackson with the block.
You know, one of the things Jackson is well known for is his defense. I mean, he's athletic, he's got good timing, and he really relishes playing defense. And his length is actually very helpful as well.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Listen, early on taking the lead, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
Trevor Ariza out there with Josh Jackson. Then there's Anderson, and it's Daniels in at the two-guard spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, D.A. Mikhailuk. The three-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 15. Here's Jackson. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Hart. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Melton. Ariza up top. Not going to fall. Starting off slow. He misses his first 3 from the floor. Mikhailuk doesn't go for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Anderson the screen. There's the lob to Jackson. Stolen by Zubac. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Suns.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Clark, agility is such an important thing for players to have, obviously. When you look at the offensive end, knowing that agility has that upper value, who are some of the more elusive players you see in the game now?
Man, I don't think there's any more elusive player in the game than Steph Curry. I tell you, he's not the most athletic, he's not the fastest, but he is the slipperiest guy to try to keep a handle on. His ball handling, his shot making, his change of pace. I throw Kyrie Irving in there as well. Kemba Walker, diminutive in size, but boy, is he hard to keep corralled. And Lou Williams, one of my favorites, one of the great scorers, maybe one of the greatest scorers ever, under 6'2" in the league.
Yeah, some terrific names there. His first shot coming late, and he drops that one in. Here's Stevenson. He's coming off a 13-point game against San Antonio. To the inside, McGee. That falls. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. And the Lakers lead by 17.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Here's Warren. McGee with the block.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Lakers leading by 17. Down low, and it's McGee with the jam.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Booker outside. Warren kicks to Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. Warren the pass to Booker. Clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 10 points.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. I mean, you got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
Here's James. They get it again. McGee. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
Passes it to Anderson. Okobo. He's covered by Ball. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Here's Booker. He's got 10. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
There's the pick. Ball kicks to Stevenson. McGee is screen on Warren. McGee is screen. Here's Stevenson. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Stevenson's got 4 points this quarter.
Resplendent release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
The pass to Ayton. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
And Stevenson kicks to McGee. Stevenson passes to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. Good work there as it goes. 18 points for him.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Timeout called. The Suns. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Looking now at some numbers for Stevenson. Some last season stats for him. Last season put up about 9 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Booker the pass to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to LeBron. Shot from 16, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
And the shot by Warren, no good.
Looked like he rushed the layup to me. I mean, the defense was late on contesting that one.
And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple, a professional scorer.
On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Feeds it to Anderson. Shoots over ball. Anderson can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 17. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
Here's Stevenson. 8 points for him. Lets it go. The feed to Caldwell Pope. McGee the pass to Stevenson. McGee sets the pick for Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock and stolen by Booker. And here's the fast break. Okobo rebounded by the Lakers. McGee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Stevenson with it. Now defended by Warren. Inside, deflects the pass. Deep 2 from Anderson. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Hey, you have to always be mindful of where Anderson is at all times because he's an excellent marksman.
Pass to James. Shot clock reset for the Lakers. Suns trail by 15. Okobo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
First free throw is good. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Ryan Anderson. He's perfect from the line this time. Lakers leading by 13. James outside. To stop the drought, here's McGee. James controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
The drive by Booker. McGee with the block. Stolen, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Lakers second.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Caldwell Pope kicks the ball. LeBron with it. Holmes on him. And here is James. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And you know what? In that last game, he was also all over the place on defense, mucking up the passing lanes and getting all kinds of steals, too.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Okobo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Now we get a chance to check out LeBron James. Last season, he played outstanding. Second in assists, third in scoring, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And back to him finishing runner-up in assists. His court vision, his ability to control the pace of a game makes him especially impossible to defend. That one is off. Well, Clark, some G League salaries on the rise due to two-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute, because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
He gets that one.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
Kicks it to Booker. Holmes, that's a screen. Here's Ariza. His three-pointers off the mark. Lakers leading by 16. Pass to McGee. LeBron against Ariza. Over Ariza. They get it again. Outside for Rondo. Kuzma with the screen for Rondo. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. The pass to Booker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker. And Greg, if you know anything about Devin Booker, so dedicated to his craft. What's next for him, you think, in taking his game to the next level?
No doubt. I think it starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's one of the league's best at scoring the basketball, but defensively, I think that's going to be the challenge if he wants to become truly an elite player.
Both free throws good from Booker. Los Angeles leading by 14. They set the pick. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. Sun shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Daniels passes to Ariza. And here is Holmes. Pass to Melton. He kicks it to Daniels. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves. There aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Hart. He's covered by Daniels. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You 2 players.
And so here's Phoenix. Suns trail by 14. Pass to Melton. On the wing, Daniels. 5 points in the game, and it's in there. Daniels has got 7 points in the game. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Mikhailuk, Ariza covering. Poked away. And here we go. Ariza heading to the hoop. And Ariza with the stuff.
Ariza is a versatile player. Awesome job staying active on defense to come away with the steal.
Lakers leading by 10. Rondo kicks to Zubats. Kuzma sets a screen. There's a good screen. Lakers passing it around. Great open look there. He's got 8.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. .35 seconds left in the first half. Here's Holmes. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Holmes got his first 2 points of the night.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The drive by Rondo. The wide open look here for Kuzma. No good on the triple.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebounds as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
Kenny, your take on Phoenix.
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Ball is the point with KCP at his side. Stevenson and LeBron, the veteran forward pair. And it's McGee in at the center position.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Anderson against LeBron. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And when James gets going, there's no stopping him. Just a dynamite scorer who feels he can get any shot he wants.
And Ryan Anderson out of UC Berkeley, entering his second decade in the NBA.
I mean, he's one of the guys that kind of helped popularize the volume three-point shooting big man. He enters the back nine of his career, and he's becoming a bit more of a defensive liability, but that stroke is as pure as ever.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Suns trail by 11. Okobo, he's covered by Ball. Here's Booker. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Lakers leading by 8. Up top, Stevenson. He's covered by Warren. That's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. .90 seconds now into the second half. McGee is screen on Warren. Off the pick. And it's Stevenson missing. The Suns have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Booker. Warren trying to break loose. Can't connect from short range.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Caldwell Pope against Booker. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Lakers lead by 10.
Can't allow any separation off the screen. Caldwell Pope, very good at taking advantage of any space you give him.
Okobo, he's covered by Ball. Ayton, off target from 3-point range. Lakers leading by 10. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Caldwell Pope's got 4 points in the quarter.
Extremely accurate from the mid-range. Caldwell Pope knows he has the touch to score from there.
Timeout called. The Suns.
Wasn't the easiest of rookie years last season for Lonzo Ball. Came in with a lot of hype and high expectations. Yet, you've got to keep big picture in mind. Overall, a solid start to his career, and he showed why he is viewed as such a promising prospect. Can't give up on this kid yet.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. The pass to Booker. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line. And Clark, of course, with Ball, so much attention is paid to him because of all these outside distractions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he came in with a huge amount of scrutiny. Played at UCLA from California, highly touted. Quite impressive that he handled himself the way he did with that kind of media scrutiny. He's got the ability, though, I think, to be an outstanding playmaker as he develops in this league.
Free throw good, Booker. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Caldwell Pope against Booker. Caldwell Pope passes to James. Back to Caldwell Pope. Off target from outside. Suns trail by 9. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by the Lakers. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Booker, right side, and stolen by LeBron. Here's Ball. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Ball kicks to Stevenson. It's James atop the key. And that's a foul called on T.J. Warren. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Ball. They double him with Ayton. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his 1st foul of the game. McGee sets the pick for ball. To the middle, reverses, and boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Throws it up high, and it's Ayton missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And he makes that one.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
And Ayton throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Here's James. Got a piece of it.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Back to Anderson. On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The Suns have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. Lakers leading by 10. Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Shot clock at 6. Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got 9 points in the quarter.
Could easily have been an and one there. James converting through the contact.
Pass to Ayton. Okobo, he's covered by Ball. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Teardrop shot, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Phoenix. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Lance Stevenson. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. LeBron against Anderson. Outside for Rondo. Kuzma sets a screen. Rondo is doubled. Rebound by the Suns. Now Daniels. 7 points in the game. Over Caldwell Pope. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Daniels.
Well, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Rondo's shot is good.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Ariza a screen on Rondo. The 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
He gets it in there. LeBron's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
The three from Anderson. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his third rebound on the night. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. That three off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Melton's shot is good. Melton's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And Caldwell Pope, the Georgia product, when he's on the floor, it's for his defense. Can give you a handful of points, but what he takes away with defense is far more significant. One of the better perimeter defenders since entering the league.
The first free throw is good. And with Caldwell Pope in his defense, he can guard any type of perimeter player.
Yeah, I mean, he has the long arms to bother small forwards and fast feet to stay with point guards. Really gives a lineup a lot of options in terms of matchups when he's on the floor. Great instincts on defense and is very hard to shake as he'll hound you through screens.
And last season, not a beat missed for KCP. Even after switching teams, he played his same brand of defense. Unfortunately, the lack of bite shooting the ball stayed the same as well. That's an area he's got to improve.
Lakers leading by 7. Here's Hart. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And the layup's good off the glass. Zubac has got 6. And Clark, for KCP, you play him for the defense and just hope he helps you out on the offensive side in some way.
Well, you know, he's never been an efficient scorer, Kevin, but you don't need him to be. I mean, the steals are always going to be there, and he's a nuisance on that end of the floor and can guard just about any perimeter position. He's also improved his rebounding, which allows him to help in a lot of ways. So this guy defensively on the glass, he's a winner and a keeper.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Both shots good from the stripe. Suns trail by 11. Here's Melton. He has 6. To the inside, Holmes, and he makes good on the layup.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Rondo kicks to Kuzma. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Free throw good, Kuzma.
And, you know, it was clear early on that Kyle Kuzma is going to be a great scorer. He had no problem putting up big numbers in his rookie season. Many feel, and I'm with them, this is just the start. And he has plenty of upside in other areas of his game. This guy is all-star caliber in time.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Here's Melton. He's covered by Rondo. On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Melton. Kicks to Ariza. Shoots from the elbow, and he knocks down the jumper. Ariza's got 7.
For sure. And Ariza with those long arms, they really aid him in being able to get these tough contested shots over the defense.
Zubac the pass to Rondo. Knocks it loose. And now here comes Daniels, leading the break. And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. No good on that one. And he sinks the second.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Melton passes to Daniels. 40 seconds left to play here in the third. 6 to shoot. Jackson drives in right through the D for the layup. Jackson's got his third basket of the night right there.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Kuzma sets a screen. Jackson against Rondo. Passes it to Kuzma. Rebound by the Suns. Melton's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Got a piece of it.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Melton. And it's Ariza in the corner. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 12. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan with his team.
Hey, great work. We're pushing the pace. We're making the extra pass, and we're being patient. Beautiful on offense.
Giving credit to his guys, Luke appreciates how they're working on offense.
I mean, they are humming along right now, and he has got to love it as a coach.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Jackson is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Rashawn Holmes, and it's Melton in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Rondo's shot is off.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Jackson misses. Lakers leading by 12. Mikhailuk guarded by Jackson. And Jackson with the block.
And Jackson is an impressive defender, using his huge wingspan to turn away shots.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that Raptors game, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Balls checked in for Rajon Rondo.
You know, when I saw Jackson back in college, I thought he was the best two-way player in the country. I mean, he's athletic, he's confident, he's aggressive. Man, he plays with the verve that you like to see a guy play with.
Outside Warren. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That free throw good from Warren. Good on both. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And the pass to McGee. Hart kicks to Zubats. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Devin Booker. The free throw drops for Zubac.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Suns trail by 11. To the inside. Here's Ayton. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Ball. Tight defense on him. And McGee kicks the ball. McGee is screen on Booker. Stevenson passes to Hart. Clock at 4. McGee is screen. Another shot. Hart, no good. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And here's Booker from the arc. Lakers leading by 9. Stevenson outside. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. LeBron, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Jackson on the money from 12 feet away.
Josh Jackson with the nice J getting better, and it's going to be important that he continue to become a knockdown shooter from here.
And finished off by LeBron.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Josh Jackson, the 4th pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
That free throw, no good. And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
McGee is screen on Warren. And Stevenson kicks the ball. No good from outside. Suns trail by 8. Okobo, he's covered by Ball. Back to Booker. Pass to Jackson. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
McGee sets the pick for Stevenson. Shoots over Warren. Outside for Caldwell Pope. James against Jackson. McGee a screen. Here's Ball. The shot, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. No good from Booker.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Feeds it to Jackson. Over LeBron. Jackson misses.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson. Made an intelligent play there. Has a good feel for when his guys have a clean look.
It's tipped. Okobo, he's covered by Ball. Unhindered, going all the way. Rejected by Booker. They recover it, and good that time.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Jackson dishes to Warren. There's the pick. The drive by Booker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be Lance Stevenson.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
And he knocks down the first one. The Suns making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Both free throws good from Booker.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
There's the screen. Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by Booker. Pass to Stevenson. He kicks it to James. 5 on the clock. From 10 feet out. Passes the ball. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. James. The rebound by Anderson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Ball with it. There's the pass to Stevenson. Caldwell Pope for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 3 assists tonight. Caldwell Pope against Booker. Anderson, a screen on Caldwell Pope. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Lakers leading by 4. Ball kicks to LeBron. Over Anderson. Bullseye. James has got 39.
I'll tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Pass to Ayton. Now here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
There's a screen. And the dunk by James.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Kicks to Warren. Down low. Lets it go from 11. No good from Booker. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Caldwell Pope, good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
Caldwell Pope is very comfortable near the rim, cashing in from there.
Anderson the screen. Okobo, he's covered by Ball.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
That's tipped. Stolen by Ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Devin Booker.
Always got to keep an eye on the ball. No pun intended. He's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. A triple-double threat every game.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, and mostly his offense stands out. But you know what, Clark? He is a strong defensive player as well.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's got a nice combination, Kevin, of strength and length, which allows him to stay in front and disrupt opposing players. Really good instincts on and off the ball, which I think is why he's able to come up with blocks and steals from his position. I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he is at the defensive end.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
That's tipped. Booker with no one around from outside off the mark.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Ball no good.
And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Okobo, he's covered by Ball. Booker against Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Okobo, good. A nice assist from Booker. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 assists. The Lakers in the lead. Caldwell Pope outside. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That will be foul number 5 on him. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And that one's good. James.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you, always has his head on a swivel.
To the left wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker against Caldwell Pope. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both shots good from the strike.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Rondo kicks to James. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. James has got 45 points.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Pass to Ayton. Stolen by McGee. Fast break, the Lakers. Rejected by Booker. A 3 from Anderson. A three-pointer is right on target.
And Anderson, boy, Kevin, is a key player for this squad. I mean, he prepares himself for these moments, delivering in a big way.
LeBron passes to McGee. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Stevenson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot from the top of the key. Rebound by the Suns.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times. Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 30 seconds left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
He is a great kid. I'd love to see this from a stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 1. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run it.
James in the post. He's covered by Anderson. Missed! And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Man, I like the mindset of Anderson, Kevin. I mean, if he's open, he's taking the shot, especially from distance.
And again, the Lakers no good. And so it's Phoenix who's scraped by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.